Hello Stampers, I apologise for not being very active lately on my YouTube videos. I have been quite active on Facebook, so if you are interested in seeing more projects and stuff, do hop over there. I'll put the link below for you. So hopefully we'll be back on a roll with this card with weekly videos, and at the moment it's an extremely exciting time with Stampin' Up. It is Celebration and it's absolutely amazing. You can get lots of free goodies just for doing your normal purchasing. So at the moment it is, for every £45 you spend, you can pick a Celebration item. And this is the Celebration catalogue. So for every £45 you spend, you can choose one item from this catalogue, absolutely free. There's stamp sets, there's kits, there's ribbon, there is absolutely loads in here. If you do £90, you would either get 2 Celebration items, or this is a new thing Stampin' Up have introduced this year. I love this paper. You can get to choose one of our £90 purchases. So you can get some dies, or you can get this gorgeous stamp set here. Spend £90, you can pick one of these, or you can pick 2 of the regular blue items. So a really exciting time. If you want to know more, please do hop over to my blog, or do get in touch and I can explain it to you more in detail. You can purchase items from the Spring Summer catalogue, which is our new seasonal catalogue, or the main annual catalogue. Do not forget the main catalogue, there's some gorgeous products in there. So this is the card we're going to be making today. It is more simpler than it looks. So it's a very simple card to make, and I think it is really fun with all these bright colours. And I've basically used the bubble stamp to make my own little background here, so my own, kind of like my own DSP. So I'll show you how to make this today. So for this I used the bubble over stamp set. This is one of our new ones in the Spring Summer catalogue. And the bottles and bubbles framelits. This does come as a bundle, so you can save yourself 10% by buying it together. And also with the Celebration items, like I said, spend £45, you get to pick one for free from the catalogue. There is some gorgeous DSP which goes perfectly with this stamp set and this bundle. And these are some of the ideas of cards you can make with that. So for purchasing this bundle and a few other little bits together, you could get this for free and it will all coordinate beautifully. Something else that's new in the catalogue and is absolutely gorgeous, we'll be using this one today also. This is the glittery and clear epoxy shapes. And you've got some beautiful glittery ones and there's some clear ones there. So you've got like little raindrops or water dropping off the bottles, you can use them for. And then you've got these kind of bubblies. So we're going to be using these as well. You will also need an array of colours. I wanted to make this as colourful as possible. So I've got Crushed Curry, Night of Navy, Bermuda Bay and Lemon Lime Twist. You also need a card base. I'll put all the measurements for these on my blog, so do check that out. That'll be in the description bar below. You'll need a piece of Whisper White, a strip of Lemon Lime Twist, and you'll need another scrap piece of Whisper White to stamp your images on, which I've already done and cut out just to make it a little bit quicker. So I've done a big bottle, a smaller bottle, and I've already stuck this on. This shape in Night of Navy, and one of these kind of like little bottle cap things, which is quite cool. Now when stamping these images, I find it best to use our Pierce mat. If you put your cardstock, the Whisper White, on here and then stamp the image, especially because it's such a block of colour, you want to stamp it on the Whisper White on this mat because it will make it come out a lot smoother than if you tried stamping it just directly onto your grid paper on the table. Okay, so that's just a little tip there for you, but it's really worth getting this if you're going to be using a lot of stamps like this. You'll also need some dimensionals and some Tombow glue. Okay, we're going to start with our base. We're going to stamp directly onto the base here. And I'm going to get out all my ink pads, apart from the Night of Navy. So we've got lemon lime twist, Bermuda Bay and crushed curry. Move that one over there a bit. Give myself some room. Okay, and I've taken out the little bubbles from the stamp set, which is this one here. And we're going to use that just to create our own DSP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my grid just to find a little marker. So about there. So I've lined it up with this dark line here, so I know that stamped slightly over there. This section here will be where my images are going to go. And we're going to use, one thing you'll need, because you're using a lot of colours with one stamp set, I recommend using the Stampin scrub. This is like my favourite item in the catalogue. Stampin scrub is amazing. And what you do is you'd use your Stampin mist, spray it onto the wet side, scrub your stamp on here when you're ready to clean it, and then dry it off on the other side. And for this kind of project where you're using a lot of colours, it is very important not to kind of mix the colours together and ruin your ink pads. Okay, so I'm starting off with lemon lime twist, inking that up, and I'm literally gonna be stamping like that. Cleaning it off and drying it off and ready to go. You can dab it a little bit if you want to make sure it's extra dry. Sorry, my camera is attached to my table, it keeps wobbling. I'm working on my new setup. Okay, then we're going for Bermuda Bay, and we're going to do it as, so it's kind of going up in diagonal stripes. And then we're getting some of this crushed curry. And just keep twisting the stamp so it's really kind of staggered bubbles, okay? And the whole time I'm making sure that I'm going just over this line here so I can make sure it's filled in properly. I'm going to keep going with this. I'll fast forward the video for this so you don't have to see me do the whole lot, and I'll come back to you in a minute. So that's our background done. I'm going to put away the Bermuda Bay and the crushed curry. I'm going to leave that one to one side. Okay, now what I'm going to do, while my cardstock is still in the same place, going roughly there, I'm going to glue my green strip on. So I'm just going to use some Tombow. You could use some snail for this. Little swirlies. If you find it easy, you could always tape your card base down as well. There we go. And I'm doing it so it's just over that line. So you want it nice and straight. And push that down. Okay, and that's that done. Next we're going to bring in our long whisper white piece and some Night of Navy. And I'm grabbing the sentiment, may your day bubble over with happiness, which I really love that. And because it's got lots of bubbles in, it works. So Night of Navy with this. And I'm going to stamp it nice and straight and close to the bottom. Okay, and we are done with the Night of Navy. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we want to put together the bottle pieces. So this one I've already done, and I've basically done Night of Navy in this. We're going to stick this to our blue bottle. Oops. So a bit of Tombow. and line it up nicely on there. And then we're going to get this kind of bottle cap kind of effect one. I'm just using it as an added embellishment. And we're going to pop that bang in the middle there as well. So that's our 2 bottles done. Now what we want to do is we want to bring back our bubbles, and we're going to do some green bubbles just coming out of the top of the bottles. So I'm going to line up my bottles roughly where I want them. Kind of like that. Ink up in Lemon Lime Twist. And we're going to stamp. Trying to decide which way around to do it. Like that. Okay, and then we can stick our bottles down. So I'm going to stick the big bottle down first, because then it'll just be easier to place the smaller one in. Okay, and then our small bottle. Okay, like so. And then we're done with our lemon lime twist. Okay, now we're going to want to pop this panel up on dimensionals and stick this onto this base here. So I'm going to flip that over. Because it's such a big panel, you do want a few dimensionals in place. Might be easy to stand your card up and line it up. There we go. Okay, and we're not quite finished. We're going to bring in our epoxy shapes. And what I did is I used both the clear and the sparkling. So I put on, say, 3 of the sparkling and 2 of the clear. And you just want to pop it right over the bubble there. Okay, and that's our finished card. So of course you could go ahead and do the same pattern as we've done here on the back of the envelope. You can decorate the inside of the card also. This is the card I've done for our little group swap. We've got a little group of demonstrators. We meet up quite regularly. We're all local. Yeah, we decided we're going to make some swaps with all using a different stamp set just to help with our displays and just to get some ideas. And this was my swap for that. So shout out to the crafters in crime. That's Sylvia, Rosa and April. I hope you like it. If you did like this project, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. The link to my Facebook and blog are in the description bar below. Have a lovely day. Bye.